Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Lafayette, Indiana. We are at Loeb Stadium for game number 2 of the 2-game series between the Full Count Rhythm and the Lafayette Aviators. The Aviators won game 1 yesterday 7-3. 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Lafayette. 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, and a big 5-run inning in the third that gave the Aviators a healthy lead that they ended up holding on to. Right-hander Zach Wyatt went 7 2/3 innings, scattered 5 hits, gave up 2 runs, struck out 8 batters while walking 0, and that was the longest outing of the year by an Aviator pitcher this year, the right-hander out of Montevallo, down just south of Birmingham, Alabama. And he moved to 2-1 on the season. Nick Judd, who gave up the 5 runs, and only 1 was earned, got the tough luck loss. He fell to 0-2 on the season. Our Frosted Luau player of the game yesterday was Jacob Tobias. He went 2 for 4, had a double and a solo home run, his second of the year, had 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. And I believe that was the second time this year that he has been the Frosted Luau player of the game. So congratulations to Tobias. He is back in the lineup, back out in center field. We will get our first look at Brady Morse from Bellarmine today. He'll be at first base playing in his first game. And almost 1,300 people at the ballpark yesterday. A beautiful ballpark here that was built in finalized in 2021. But a beautiful stadium. Josh Carman was up here in the visiting press box, or radio room they call it, that he said, well, I'd like to have one of these in Hendersonville, and really wouldn't even need to be this big. Seats about 2,600. And be nice to have a nice water slide, water park out in left center field, or left field as they do here at this park. It's a full park. The baseball field stadium is one part or aspect, the water park, and then there's kids gym, park equipment, swings and slides, and all kinds of equipment, playground equipment. I don't know how many acres it is here, but it is multiple acres. Might even be a 100-acre park here, right smack dab in the middle of Lafayette, Indiana. We'll be right back after this break. Bring you the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know.
The Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups, thanks to Todd and Linda Hunley over there at Chick-fil-A. Been doing it for over 20 years. We sure do love the Hunleys and their crew in Madison, Tennessee. Leading off for the Rhythm, Parker McDonald is yesterday's lineup. Let's get to today's lineup. Joey Parliament is leading off tonight, playing third base. Parker McDonald, he's in the lineup playing shortstop, but he's going to bat second. Jacob Tobias batting third in center field. Harrison Travis, he'll be the DH tonight and hit cleanup. Riley Black behind the plate, bats fifth. Caden Wilkes getting his first start in right field, batting sixth. Aiden Gibson over at second base, he'll hit seventh. Andrew Hunt in left field, batting eighth. And Brady Morse batting ninth, playing first base. And on the mound for Full Count is James Fordham, right-hander out of Georgia Southwestern in Americus, Georgia. And for the Aviators, leading off playing left field, Grant Miller. Batting second, catching is Brooks Sailors. Right fielder Mikey Scott bats third. Colton Schaller, the cleanoff batter, plays first base. And Josiah Miller playing third base tonight, batting fifth. Tanner Holland in center field, batting sixth. Nick Bingman at shortstop, batting seventh. Cal Wimp Playing second base, batting 8th, and batting 9th is Frederick Ragsdale III. He'll hit 9th, and he is the DH. On the mound for his first start as an Aviator is Jordan Morales, as we are set to have the national anthem, so we'll be right back.
Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram knocks it out of the park with Nashville's best selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, all new vehicles come with a Rhythm exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles, no additional charge. That's a home run. Find your new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram in Madison, just 10 minutes north of Nashville.
If you've got a dream, then we've got you covered. Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is like no other.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
And back at Drake Street Park, Mark McDaniel says, play ball. Live performance of the national anthem here at Loeb Stadium, L-O-E-B, dedicated by the Loeb family in honor of Solomon Loeb. I read on the plaque as I came into the ballpark tonight. Stadium built, started I think in 2020, and then COVID hit. We're trying to get a independent professional team here at Lafayette, Indiana, but instead ended up with a summer collegiate baseball team. All artificial turf field, 315 down the right field line, 340 down the left field line. They don't like left-handed batter or right-handed batters here. But the alley's about the same, 362 in right center and 358 in left center. But dead center is a dead zone out there, 414 out the dead center field. Beautiful scoreboard out in left center field. Digital scoreboard has the lineup in the upper right-hand corner, and the video board that takes up about 2/3 of the upper left-hand corner of the scoreboard, and then the line score underneath. A 30-foot wall that extends from the right field fair line to about halfway to the right center field alley. And then it drops down probably to about 20 feet, maybe a little less than that, 18 feet. And that extends all the way around. The regular wall is probably about 9 feet high, and it's green wherever they don't have signage. Nice padded wall. I went out and stood next to it to kind of gauge the actual height of it. But we are set for Prospect League baseball here in Lafayette, Indiana, a few minutes early. These umpires want to get it going, and the first pitch is high and away. It's 6:58 Eastern time. Glad to have you joining us, whether you're in Central or Eastern. Second pitch to Joey Parliament is fouled off, a AAA Auto Glass foul ball. Game time temperature brought to you by Helitech. It's 92 degrees. Helitech offers permanent solutions as Parliament slaps a single out to center field for a leadoff knock. Helitech offers permanent solutions in waterproofing and foundation repair to heal your home's symptoms. Heal your home with Helitech. Located in the Kentucky area. They are a Prospect League wide sponsor, so we appreciate their support of Prospect League baseball. Parker McDonald had a tough game yesterday, and he's looking to bounce back. Was 0 for 4 in yesterday's game as the leadoff batter. Struck out twice, and he swings and misses at the 1-0 pitch there. delivered by Jordan Morales from Purdue University. He was their leading innings eater, and he was their Friday night starter 15 weeks in a row. Breaking pitch misses up. This is his first outing of the year for the Aviators. He had a 7-6 record with the Boilermakers. That fastball misses inside. 5'9", 190 pounds. He's a graduate student, and I believe he has actually graduated. Played 1 year at Purdue. Swing and a miss by McDonald. He's now looking at a full count. Ministry's full count. Parker has struggled with the strikeout this year. Leads the squad with 20. 3-2 pitch is fouled off. Max Keller, we don't call it a 3-2 pitch, do we? My bad. Error on the broadcaster already. Parker McDonald from Tallahassee, Florida. This is game number 16 of the year for Parker. Leads the team, tied for the lead with Jacob Tobias in hits. They have 14. There's a ground ball to short, could be two. Bingman over to second and on to first base, and there is a 6-4-3 double play that erases the base hit by Joey Parliament. And double play clears the bases. Emergency equipment nearby. That brings up Jacob Tobias with nobody on and 2 out. He rode one out of here in his last at-bat of the game yesterday, a solo shot that was a no-doubter as he looks at strike one on the outside corner. From Lipscomb University, hometown Birmingham, Alabama. He's now looking at an 0-2 pitch. Lefty on lefty as Morales, left-handed pitcher, tried to nibble at that outside corner just a tad low. He works quickly. 85 innings, he had 75 strikeouts, 23 walks, 4.54 ERA. Fouled off to the left side. That'll get out of play. A AAA Autoglass foul ball. Give Dylan Doris a call at AAA Autoglass. I think their operation's located up maybe in Millersville, but they'll come to you. Just like they came to Zach Williams. Fixed his wife's vehicle. I think it was the Rolls Royce. Swing and a miss on a breaking pitch. Tobias is down on strikes. And 3 up. And in a backward way, 3 down. 6-4-3 double play erased Joey Parliament's leadoff single. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. And head to the bottom of the first. James Fordham out on the mound for the Rhythm. I'll tell you a little bit more about him when we return on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
You might get to nap, but your money doesn't. Like right now. At Volunteer State Bank, it's working hard day and night, earning 4.5% APY. Playtime, drive time, anytime. You could be out with friends or on vacation, but your money, it doesn't take a break. You've worked hard for it. Now let it work hard for you. Open a free Kasasa Cash checking account today and earn 4.5 annual percentage yield if qualifications are met on balances up to $15,000.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
James Fordham, right-hander out of Georgia Southwestern, getting his second start of the year. 6 foot, 195-pound, rising sophomore from Chester, Georgia. Bleckley County High School. He's an exercise science major, the son of Jonathan and Dean Ann Fordham, brother to J.R. and Jet, and grandson of Papa and Meemaw in Cochran, Georgia, and Poppy in Cedar Crossing, Georgia. Staying in the host home of Eric and Gay Sutley, along with his college teammate J.D. Price, and his mentor is Austin Smith. 10 appearances with Georgia Southwestern this past spring. 3 of those were starts. Had a 1-0 record and 11-plus innings of work. Had 11 strikeouts, 6.35 ERA. In Prospect League this summer, he's got 6 innings of work, 5 hits, 4 runs that were earned. Walked 6, struck out 13 in those 6. First pitch he delivers in there to Grant Miller is a called strike. 5th appearance of the year, 2nd start for James Fordham. Overhand breaking pitch stays up high. Count goes ball, 1 strike. Don't think there's quite as many folks in the stadium tonight as there were yesterday. Final total was just under 1,300. Riley Black behind the plate catching Fordham. The pitch misses down low. James got the start at the Cape Catfish, 3rd game of the year. Miller fouls that one back, and Miller's asking the home plate umpire, Alan Jones, if he can get a little substance help over here with some more pine tar. Bat slipped out of his hand. On the bases is Martin Tim, only 2 officials, 2 umpires here in Lafayette, Indiana. Of course, back home at Drakes Creek, we utilize 3 umpires. So this is Fordham's first start since May 30th, where he went 3 innings. A little trouble with control, walked 5 but struck out 6 in his 3 innings of work against the Cape Catfish. Then 3 appearances out of the bullpen, and he gets 1 in just a little bit above the letters, and the count goes to a full count, Ministries full count. To Grant Miller from Ball State, hometown in Cincinnati. My hometown, he went to Lakota West High School. Fouls that one off. We're 2 for 2 on the full count first pitch. Foul balls today. Not that anybody's keeping track. Just trying to utilize that memory of mine that's going quickly. Thank you for joining us on Twitter, YouTube, a few of you on Facebook. Another full count first pitch, or second pitch foul ball. 1 more, and we got to play Staying Alive. Mark McDaniel adding another song to his array as the public address announcer back at Drakes Creek Park, where we will be on Saturday and Sunday after 4 straight road games. Another foul ball. Pedro Pulliam, who's down there getting, I think, a water bottle off the wall, and there will make the play. Right-hander out of Southwest Tennessee Community College down in Memphis. Staying in the host home of Tim and Susan Reese along with Andrew Perry. Another full count pitch, and Grant Miller is able to hold up. They check down with the base umpire who says he did not go, so a leadoff walk puts Grant Miller on. He did not play in yesterday's ball game. This is game number 11 of the year for him. He came in hitting .267. Now Brooks Sailors, who did play, will step to the plate. Sailors moving up from the number 7 hole to the number 2 slot. Comes in hitting .310. He's from University of Purdue at Fort Wayne. Runner goes right off the bat. Pitches a changeup, called a strike. Throw goes to the second infielder. That's Aiden Gibson, who's backing up the play, and there's another stolen base. As last night, Aviators had 5 in the ball game. So an 0-1 count to Sailors, who took a strike at the letters to allow Grant Miller to swipe the bag. Now in scoring position. Brooks Sailors swings it from the left side. Another off-speed pitch at Sails High. Sails High to Sailors, playing in game number 11 of the year, his 9th start. 9 hits, 2 doubles, a triple, 8 RBIs. His father is the head coach. Slices one over to the dugout that houses his father, but A little bit farther past where Jamie Sailors is standing. I believe this is his first year at the helm. He is assisted by Damaris Barlow, who's handling third base coaching duties, and the pitching coach is Tripp Stores, who's handling first base coaching duties. Counted 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fordham looking for a strikeout, won't get it. There's a base hit to the hole that's backhanded by Parker McDonald. Probably saved a run right there, even though Andrew Hunt, the left fielder, was charging hard, but Sailors just reached out and poked that ball into the hole at shortstop. So an infield single, and now runners at first and third. So each team now has a hit, but the leadoff walk now standing at third base. See if Brooks Sailors takes off. He has 1 stolen base in 1 attempt. That was Miller's 5th stolen base in 6 attempts. Mikey Scott, leading hitter for the Aviators, stands in there, right-handed hitter. Fordham will send a little leisurely toss over to Brady Morse, getting his first action of the year at first base. He's from Bellarmine, hometown Danville, Kentucky. Mikey Scott hitting .404 as the Frog has shown up. Called strike to Scott, who's from St. Leo University. 13 games, he's got 13 RBIs. Runner takes off, pitch is fouled straight back. Scott was 2 for 5 in yesterday's game, drove in a run, scored a run, and he hit a triple into the right center field gap in the 4th inning. Drive in the lone run in the 4th. They had already scored 5 in the 3rd inning. It's been a problem for the Rhythm this year, is giving up the big inning. 0-2 pitch coming to Scott. Runner does not take off. Ball goes in the turf, and Sailors will slide into second base on the wild pitch, I would assume. Let's see how Matthew scores that one. Now runners at second and third, so that takes away the conventional double play opportunity. Walk to Grant Miller, he stole second, and then an infield single to Brooks Sailors. And a wild pitch, it is scored a wild pitch. Puts runners at second and third, nobody out. Lafayette Aviators team is calling for a balk from James Fordham, but he steps off the rubber. That's his one and only disengagement allowed for this batter. 1-2 pitch is high. On deck is Colton Schaller, the first baseman. Mikey Scott leads the team in triples, leads the team in hits with 21, also leads an on-base average at .475. Batting in the 3-hole and looks at a breaking pitch that misses in the other batter's box. He's all the way from Miami, Florida, 6'1", 200-pound senior. Early trouble for the Rhythm, who are wearing their red tops and white bottoms, white pants. High fly ball, that's in shallow left field. Parker McDonald has called, but now Andrew Hunt is charging hard, and he comes in to make the catch about 20 feet into the outfield. Donald could have made that play, but Andrew Hunt charged in hard to make it, so runners cannot move up. There's the first out. And Colton Schaller will stand in. He's from Kent State University, playing in game number 16 of the year. This is game number 20 of the year for the Aviators. Schaller swings from the left-handed batter's box, so it takes a ball inside. Hitting .302. He has 16 hits, including 3 doubles, 2 triples. 10 RBIs. Looking to pick up 2 more here in the bottom of the first. He's called strike on the outside corner. Count moves to 1-1. Schaller was 1 for 4 in yesterday's game. Had an RBI, scored a run, walked, and struck out looking. He also picked up a stolen base. Can't steal first. And broken bat liner to the third base. And Joey Parliament's going to make the grab on the soft liner and step on third base. Grant Miller, when it hit and came all the way home, I had no idea that Parliament caught that ball. So not the conventional way, but a that double play. Turned by Joey Parliament. That is an unassisted double play. Line out and a 5 unassisted to retire Grant Miller. Just what the doctor ordered, as Colton Schaller was standing there at the plate with about 4 inches of bat handle. Well, that'll end the first inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Is your home showing symptoms of foundation issues? Your home's wet basement, dingy crawl space, musty smells, cracked walls, or unlevel concrete shouldn't be ignored. Helitech can help. Life happens in your home. You and your family deserve the best. Helitech offers proven solutions in waterproofing, drainage, concrete leveling, and foundation repair services. Contact us for a free inspection at helitechonline.com.
When the water's high, we'll keep your basement dry. Heal your home with Helitech.
Tim Reese back on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Rhythm bat in the top of the second inning against Jordan Morales, left-hander from Purdue University, right here in Lafayette, Indiana. He originally started at LaSalle University, played 20 and 21 there. Probably didn't play much at all in 20. I don't think NCAA even got started Division I. Then went to Penn State, played a couple years there, 22, 23. And then last year for Purdue Boilermakers, where he had 15 appearances, 15 starts. And he delivers ball 1 to the birthday boy, Harrison Travis. Happy birthday. Swings and misses. He's from Soddy Daisy, Tennessee, and Full Count Rhythm veteran. There has not been any time that Full Count Rhythm has been in existence that Harrison Travis hasn't been a part of the squad. Swings and foul tips that one in the glove, but he's down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lefty delivers pitch high. Son of William and Amy Harrison. Smokes one foul off the screen down the left side. Jimmy Gamboa handling the coaching duties down at third base. Who do we got down? Is that Henry Jackson with the uniform on? Henry the Tribe Jackson down at first base. There's a pitch way outside. Count moves to full. So first time that I've seen Henry Jackson with a uniform on. Josh Carmen, pitch batting practice. He did not want to get back out on the field. Full count pitch, swung on and missed. A high fastball, and down goes Travis. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jordan Morales. And now Riley Black stands in, left-handed hitting catcher from Lee University, hometown Cleveland, Tennessee. Riley did not play in yesterday's game. He looks at ball 1. Riley Black staying in the host home of Wilson and Anna Reese. Pops that one up to the left side. Over is Josiah Miller, and right at the screen makes the catch in foul territory for the second out here in the top of the second. Thought that ball was going to get out of play, but as typically they do, they start coming back when they get to the stands, and it started back. Josiah Miller playing third after being the DH in yesterday's game. So that was Lee University hitting to Lee University as Caden Wilkes, who gets his first at bat of the series, stands in and takes a strike. Working quickly, Morales delivers another pitch down in the turf. Wilkes comes in hitting .351, which leads the team. Playing in game number 13. He's in the transfer portal after a year at Middle Tennessee State University. Takes a healthy cut there, comes up empty. He has a home run, 7 RBIs, a couple doubles. On base average of 400. 1-2 pitch. Drilled to short, 2 hops, and Bingman has to back up a little bit, but he gloves and throws on to first for a 1-2-3 inning. And Morales has faced the minimum here against Full Count. Nobody reaches in this inning. And we will head to the bottom of the second. Be right back after this break.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression, and IV therapy. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to Absolute Wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Full Count with their loss yesterday and a DuBois County win. Full Count fell to 5th place, which is last in the Eastern Conference Central Division with a 6-12 record. DuBois County 7-12. That'll be the opponent for the Rhythm tomorrow night. Rex Baseball in 3rd place with a 7-11 record. Normal Corn Belters in 2nd with an 8-11 record. And the only team in the division with a winning record is the Danville Dans, and they are 11-7. Josiah Miller, the 5-hole hitter, hits first pitch he sees, grounds it over to second base. Aiden Gibson picks that one up, throws over to Brady Morris for the first out. Good start for James Fordham, the right-hander out of Georgia Southwestern. He's a Hurricane, along with his teammate J.D. Price. At the look back, Jordan Waller, Jared White, Peyton Sells. We had Plum, I believe, wasn't he from there? It was Plumador from Georgia Southwestern as Fordham delivers the first pitch to Tanner Holland for a strike, breaking pitch. Next pitch misses down low. Tanner Holland getting his first appearance at the plate in the 2-game series. Hitting .275. He's from Central Arizona College. Count now goes 2 balls and a strike. Holland, hometown from Chandler, Arizona. He's a long way from home. And buzzed there by the chin. The count moves to 3 balls and a strike. Holland playing center field as music continues, and he's going to draw the walk. Second walk of the game by James Fordham. First one was to lead off the game, and this one was with 1 out. Nate Bingman, number 7-hole hitter, will step to the plate. Bingman 1 for 3 in yesterday's game, batted in the 9-hole, moved up 2 slots. Playing in game number 13 of the year. Runner takes off there. I don't have any problem at all running on full counts, pitchers and catchers, apparently. There is no hesitation. Second stolen base of the game. Now a runner in scoring position. Fordham, long look at second there, delivers a pitch on the outside corner at the letters for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the second inning, no score. That is Holland's 7th swipe of a bag this year. He's tied with Frederick Ragsdale, and he's going to move on to third base. Riley Black has to field that one off the backstop. I would assume that's a second wild pitch. See how Matthew ruled that. He did. I concur. Now runner at third. Brady Morse playing in on what would be the grass as that pitch is fouled off to the right side. That'll get out of play and off the rooftop of the beer garden. AAA Autoglass off the bat of Nate Bingman from Parkland College. He's from Carmel, Indiana. Not Carmel. Carmel, Indiana. It's nearby. 2-2 pitch is called, strike 3 on the outside corner. Bingman turns around to look at the on-deck batter, Cal Whipf, in disbelief, but that is a roof store strikeout for James Fordham, his first of the ball game. Now 2 outs, which is a big deal with a runner at third base. Cal Whip from Pepperdine stands in, hitting .121 on the season. He's a second baseman. Looks at a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. WIPF, as you see on your scoreboard there. Whiff. Unless the P's silent, then it's whiff. If the F's silent, then it's whip. I didn't silence any of them. Fastball up and in to the 6'1", 190-pound rising sophomore. He's from Santa Barbara, California. Got some folks from a long distance away. Whip playing in his 12th game of the year. Looks at a breaking pitch outside. Four hits, 3 RBIs. He has reached 10 other times on 8 walks and 2 hit by pitches. Looks at ball 3 up high, and count goes 3-1 with the number 9 hole hitter Frederick Ragsdale standing on deck. Ragsdale says it's 5'9". I'm looking at him on deck, and he don't look 5'9" from here. 3-1 pitch, catches that outside corner. We'll have a full count, Ministries full count. Andrew Hunt out in left field, Jacob Tobias in center. Caden Wilkes with his first start in right field. Joey Parliament over at third, Parker McDonald at short, Aiden Gibson second, Brady Morse at first. Riley Black behind the plate catching this full count pitch from James Fordham, and time is called. No, they called a balk. They called a balk, and that will produce the first run of the ball game. Tanner Holland will come in. Not sure if somebody had a chat with Martin Tim, the base umpire, as Josh Carmen is coming out now looking for an explanation. And he is not happy with it. Waves off the base umpire. Last inning, the Aviators were asking for that call. With a full count pitch with 2 outs and nobody on. That breaking pitch is going to set Whip down with another roof store strikeout. Back to back, but the balk scores the first run of the ball game. On no hits, The balk does count as an earned run. No errors, nobody left on base. After 2 complete, the Aviators lead 1-0. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
At Country Financial, we're more than just an office you may pass by as you drive through town. We're a part of your community and help support the programs that make our neighborhoods thrive. We take the time to get to know our clients. We know that every situation is unique, and our goal is to understand yours so that we can help you be confident about your financial security and your future. Call your local Country Financial representative, William Stiles, today at 615-824-7020 to talk about how we can help ensure the future you're dreaming of is something you can proudly own, no matter what it looks like.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
The Edwards family, Jimmy and Linda, they're listening in on Facebook, along with the Nurembergers, Trevor Barnes. Thanks for joining me this evening. A little bit earlier for you folks in the Central Time Zone, an hour earlier than normal. Hot day today here in Lafayette, Indiana, 92 degrees as Aiden Gibson takes a ball outside from Jordan Morales, who's in his 3rd inning of work. Gibson could not hold up on that check swing. He's from Carson Newman University, staying in that host home of Jimmy and Linda Edwards. Swings and misses it. The 3rd offering. Gibson did not play in yesterday's ball game. In the Rhythm wearing their red jerseys and white pants with the sky blue stripe trimmed in navy on the sides. They have one with a wide stripe and one with a thin stripe. Full Count Ministries, full count to Aiden Gibson, who swings and misses at a changeup outside. And the 3rd strikeout of the ball game for Morales, who's retired 7 now. Gave up the leadoff hit to Joey Parliament in the 1st, but got a 6-4-3 double play and then has retired 5 more after that in a row. Andrew Hunt steps in. He's going to look at a strike right down the can. Playing in game number 15 of the year. He's got a home run and 9 RBIs. From the University of Alabama, Birmingham. Slice one down that right field line, but it will continue to slice. Foul. AAA Autoglass foul ball off the bat of Andrew Hunt, right-handed hitting outfielder playing left field today. 5'11", 195 pounds, the son of Stephen Cameron Hunt, brother to Grayson, grandson of Nana. Pops and Mina all in Birmingham, Alabama. The fastball misses just a little bit up. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. On deck, Brady Morse. Hunt does not offer at that pitch out in the left-handed batter's box. On a 3-0 count yesterday, our umpire called that one a strike. Today, Alan Jones does not, and there's another one that's high and outside. And we have another Full Count Ministries full count. Jordan Morales is from Souderton, Pennsylvania. He is finished with school. There's a ground ball down the 3rd base line. It's fair. Backhanded by Josiah Miller, the 3rd baseman, and head first Superman slide into first base as Andrew Hunt was hunting the base hit, and he got it. Infield single. Nice play by Miller down there to backhand that one at 3rd base. The Lee University Flame, teammate of Riley Black, but Hunt scampered down to first base quickly. That's the 2nd hit of the ball game for the Rhythm, and that brings up Brady Morse. It's his first at-bat of the season in the Prospect League. Looks at a called strike. He's from Bellarmine University, hometown of Danville, Kentucky, son of Paul and Tammy Morse. Played for the Henderson Flash last year. Fouls that one off to the right side. That will get out of play and nearly hit some fans as they were walking by. Caroms over to the seated area. Older gentleman handed that ball to a kid walking by. 0-2 pitch to Morse. Fouls another one over in the same spot, a little bit deeper. Heads up over there, folks. That one's going to bounce over the building that houses the concession stand and restrooms. That's a AAA autoglass foul ball that will get out of the stadium. Morse, 6'2", 190-pound rising junior from Danville High School. Looks at a ball down low. Count goes 1-2 strikes. Hello to Grandma in Danville, Kentucky, and Grammy in Danville, Kentucky. Staying in the host home with Mark and Debbie Evans. Mark Evans is his mentor. As I said, played with the Henderson Flash last year. Pops this one up to the right side. There shouldn't be any trouble for Mikey Scott, the right fielder, who will make the catch. Brady Morse is retired for his first at-bat as a full-count Rhythm player. Flies out to right field. That'll bring up Joey Parliament, the top of the lineup, who singled right up the middle. Line drive over the left shoulder of Jordan Morales, the pitcher. Parliament from Trevecca Nazarene University in Nashville. He's from Lancaster, Tennessee. Looks at a ball down low, which is not easy. Parliament stands at 5'8", and I think he's taller than Frederick Ragsdale as he fouls that one off the screen. It'll bounce right back to Brooks Sailors, the catcher. Parliament, 5'8", 175 pounds, from Gordonsville High School. Played 3 years at Columbia State, including the COVID year. Was a star performer there, and then moved on to Trevecca. That breaking pitch catches the outside corner. Nice pitch by Morales, where he has had a fantastic career at Trevecca. 369 this past year. Led the team 2 years ago with a 373 batting average. Clubbed 16 home runs. Runner goes there, pitches inside for a ball, and Andrew Hunt's going to have a century steal at second base. Brought to you by Keith Hopper's outfit over there at Century Steel. Rhythm had one stolen base in yesterday's contest. That is Hunt's fourth stolen base in 4 attempts. Parliament just gets a piece of that one and fouls it back. Andrew out there at second base. He had a good start to the season, and he's been struggling as of late. Want to see him catch fire. And Joey Parliament looking for his first long ball of the year. Could you lay your card down right here and say it's going to happen? You could, as a full count now ensues as that pitch is just a little bit down. I'm not going to call it here at this place, though. I kind of got a feeling, a little, but it's not the big feeling as Morales steps off the back of the rubber. And there's his one and only disengagement for this batter, but it's pretty deep into this batter, Joey Parliament. Comes in hitting 282. That average is raised. And he's going to draw the walk. So I guess I would have kept my yard card intact. And that puts runners at first and second with Parker McDonald at the plate. And he is due. Donald, a bulldog from Sanford, 5'11", 180 pounds, looks at a called strike. That's right-handed. Hit into a 6-4-3 double play. Swings at a breaking pitch and misses. Down in the count 0-2 now. Has the most official plate appearances for a Rhythm player. Came in at 58, now 59. 0-2 pitch in the dirt or beige turf. Donald was 1 for 3 in the game Saturday night with Rex. But he is 2 of his last 13. He gets a line drive. That sneaks into left field. Should score a run, but Andrew Hunt got out over his skis, and a sniper got him over there at third base. He went down and had to scramble back to third base. So the bases will now be loaded. Hunt was set to score, but not sure. Just stumbled and fell down. Jimmy Gamboa was waving him around. There's 2 hits in the inning, and that'll bring up Jacob Tobias, who has been the most prolific hitter in the Rhythm lineup all year long. He struck out in his last plate appearance. Looks at a called strike there on the outside corner. Hit a towering home run here yesterday. Also hit a double off the wall that could have been a triple, except for the runner in front of him that had to hold up to see if it was going to be caught. It drives one foul down past Henry Jackson in the first base coach's box. Mikey Scott will get that one in the corner and toss it in. Tobias hitting .269. Leads the team in runs scored. Tied for the most hits, tied for the most doubles. That pitch is high, the 0-2 pitch. And he hit his second home run. He is now the only Rhythm player with multiple home runs. Ten home runs for the year. And I've seen that pitch called a strike before. He took it, and then his heart stopped for a half a beat. Count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. It actually is a ball, but it's about 2 balls off the outside corner, and it's been called a strike all year long by a lot of umpires. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. Rhythm trying to tie this or take the lead. There's a long, deep fly ball at the right field, but it will hook foul and get off the top of the building that houses the visitors clubhouse and I guess the maintenance area. It's also right down there by the Anchor Transportation bus where Steven parks that one. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Andrew Hunt on at third, Joey Parliament at second, Parker McDonald at first, and off the handle. And Jordan Morales is going to handle that one, the pitcher. For out number 3 as he looks over at Jacob Tobias for some unknown reason and flips the ball in the air after making the catch, as though that was a particularly hard catch. Believe my wife could have made that one. But anyway, he got out of a big jam there with a good hitter and pretty excited about that. The Rhythm strand 3. And tough luck there, as could have had a tie ball game with the, except for the stumble coming around third base. 2 hits in the inning, no errors, no runs. And we will head to the bottom of the third. 1-0 is the score.
Score home run deals from your hometown dealer. Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We've got Nashville's best selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, every new vehicle comes with Rhythm's exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles at no additional charge. We've got great deals on deck, so step up to the plate. Find your new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram at rhythmcdjr.com. Feel the rhythm, love the ride.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Nine, 1 and 2 to face James Fordham here in the bottom of the third. Frederick Ragsdale III, the DH, stands in, batting left-handed. Roster says 5'9". I'm going to go that Joey Parliament at third base could post him up. Joey's roster size says 5'9". Ragsdale pops one in the left field. That's trouble. McDonald out and Hunt in, and Hunt makes the running catch as two ships pass in the night there, thankfully, instead of running into each other. So a softly hit pop-up out to shallow left field is caught by Hunt, who's made two such catches today. And lead off out for the second inning in a row for James Fordham in his third inning of work. Grant Miller, who walked in the first, stands in there. He's the leadoff batter. Breaking pitch stays high. Fordham went 3 innings in his first start. Not sure how many pitches he threw in that start. He's at right around 41, according to the score bug. I like that addition to, it's what they call this, the scoreboard that's on their Prospect League on Presto Sports. It's called a score bug. 2-0 pitch. Fastball catches the inside corner at the letters. And Grant Miller, Cincinnati boy, agrees with our home plate umpire, Alan Jones, or at least he gave him a head nod. 2-1 pitch. Breaking pitch apparently must have stayed high. Fordham thought he had strike 2 there, but called ball 3 instead. 3 balls and a strike with Brooks Sailors standing on deck. Miller, a right-handed batter, and Fordham, a right-handed pitcher, catches that outside corner, and we'll have a Full Count Ministries full count. Stay tuned after the game. We'll have a Full Count Ministries verse of the game. If you'd like to send in a verse, you can send it to treesports@gmail.com. 3-2 pitch. Again, Max, I said 3-2 again. What's wrong with me? Full count pitch. Fouled off. It's at least 3 today. Somebody wearing the wrong hat down there in the dugout. Should I call them out or not? Got their light blue hat on. Rest of the team wearing the navy blue cap. 3-2 pitch. I need to be fired. Full count pitch. Fouled off. AAA Autoglass foul ball. I think I was watching too much of the World Series, College World Series today. Kept hearing Mike Monaco or Carl Ravitch call it a 3-2 pitch. Full count pitch. Another foul ball off the screen. As Morgan Davis apparently went up into the stands and got him a drink. Three straight foul balls, and Fordham delivers and plunks Grant Miller in the back. That's what you get for fouling off so many pitches. And Miller gets another free base. This one hurt a little bit more than the leadoff walk. It's the first hit batter of the year by James Fordham. Came in with 6 walks. He now has 8. Well, there's a first, a sneeze during a broadcast. What am I allergic to here in Lafayette? Maybe hit batters. See if he takes off on the first pitch. You got to throw over. And he throws a lollipop over. Morse has to come off the base to collect that John Lester type throw there by James Fordham. As he looks into Brooks Sailors, left-handed hitter who had an infield single into the hole at shortstop in the first. Runner does not go, and that pitch misses low and inside. Riley Black has to slide over to his right, backhand that one. Miller stole second in the first inning, moved to third on the infield single. Parker McDonald, by gloving that infield single and keeping it from going into left field, saved a run. Another throw over to first, and Fordham looks very uncomfortable throwing over to first base. You know, when I'm remembering back, maybe he had an error on a pickoff attempt. Another pitch down in the turf, ball 2. Maybe he's a little gun shy on those plays. Runner does not go, and he throws one way high. I'm telling you, Grant Miller's in his head at first base. That was a very wild pitch right there. He's not throwing one even close to the strike zone to Brooks Sailors. Somebody must have told him, hey, we're going to have to start keeping runners close at first base. 3-0 pitch coming. Grant Miller takes off right down the can, and the throw to second is not in time. So now the count is 3-1. And Miller picks up his 6th stolen base. 3rd stolen base of the ball game for Lafayette. Now a runner in scoring position with 1 out. And ball 4, 3rd walk. It's Jordan Dual-Time, pitching coach for the Rhythm. He'll come out and have a chat, give me time to tell you about our title sponsor, Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. A brand new dealership now in Hendersonville. After moving just down from Madison, they were just down the street from Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Not too far away now from CFA Rivergate. They're located at 1221 West Main Street, Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. The name Rhythm is a coincidence to go along with Rhythm Baseball. So Brian Duncan is owner or general manager. He's a big cheese over there at Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. And a beautiful facility that they've just been in maybe a little over a month. And we appreciate their support of Full Count Rhythm Baseball. Go over there and tell them that you are a fan of Full Count Rhythm. I bet you can expect a little bit of extra attention from those folks over there. I went in and met one of the sales consultants. Al Tribble was his name. Very nice man. Told him I was the broadcaster and just wanted to introduce myself. 1 out, 2 on here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Mikey Scott hits one out to right field. That's going to be trouble. Back goes Caden Wilkes. It hits high off the wall. Caden Wilkes gets it in, and they got 2 runners at third base. Parliament now has a rundown with Grant Miller, and he's going to get tagged out. Nice play by Caden Wilkes to get the ball back into the infield quickly. Brooks Sailors ran Grant Miller off of third base. That'll be, I believe, credited as a double to Mikey Scott, but on the play, Grant Miller is thrown out 9 to somebody to 5-2 for out number 2. Not sure if that was Parker McDonald that got that or Aiden Gibson. Guess I could go back and take a look at that. And now Colton Schaller will step to the plate. And look at a breaking pitch up. So Fordham is an out away from getting out of this jam. Oh, they said it was a single, so not a double. Advance to second base on the throw, which I think is actually the correct call, but normally see a home team, they're going to credit the dude with a double as that pitch is fouled back. I'm not sure if he got a piece of Riley Black or got a piece of the umpire. Riley is acting like he's going to give the umpire some time, but Black kind of looks like he's shaking it off a bit. But so a single and a base running mistake, I would say, by Brooks Sailors, who ran up the back of Grant Miller, who would have been toasted cheese at home plate if they had to make the throw home. That's a cracked bat. That's going to hit turf, and Joey Parliament's not going to be able to make the play. It's going to spin, and he throws behind him to third base to try to get Mikey Scott moving over to third. And he missed Parker McDonald's glove and hits Mikey Scott in the chest. And it's a good thing it ends up for the Rhythm that it hits Mikey Scott. I think it's in the chest because that would have gone into left field and Scott would have been able to get up and score a run. But as it stands, that's going to be an infield. Well, they may give Parliament an error on that play. It was a broken bat, little pop-up toward third base. Parliament had to charge, but he couldn't make the catch before it hit the turf. And as soon as it hit the turf, it had English on it that was spun it back toward foul territory. And if Parliament had not touched it, it would have probably ended up foul, which probably would have been the best play. But they have given Schaller a base hit and an RBI. And that scores Brooks Sailors. And Mikey Scott ends up at third, and now Josiah Miller stands in with runners at first and third. And there's another pop-up to the left side. Parliament over, and he will make the catch right on the foul line, fair line for out number 3. So 2 pop-ups that didn't go, well, one went about 60 feet and one went about 45 feet. The 60-footer turned into a base hit. 45-footer turned into an out. But the Aviators score one more on 2 hits. No errors and 2 runners left on base. We're a third of the way through this game, and Lafayette leads 2-0. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
United Machine & Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine & Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine & Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Hey, I've been thinking, bank fees can seem pretty cruel. Well, they did until I went to Volunteer State Bank. I found a bank with a local personalized service and free checking. Yeah, may I present to you Kasasa. Now, it's kind of like my checking account is paying me instead of the other way around. Visit one of our 11 locations or anywhere you have a phone. Real people, real solutions right here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
New pitcher on the mound for the Aviators. Another left-hander, Eric Tinnery from Temple Junior College, hometown of Kerrville, Texas. That's smack dab in the middle of the great state of Texas. 6 foot, 202-pound rising sophomore. Tinnery's on in relief of Jordan Morales, who goes 3 innings, gives up 3 hits, no runs, walks 1, strikes out 3. Tinnery is on for his 4th appearance of the year. It's his 2nd in relief. That's an 0-1 record. He's thrown 6 2/3 innings. Given up 11 hits, 10 runs. He's been knocked around a little bit. Walked 5, struck out 7. Has given up 2 long balls. And Rhythm are going to try to See if they can get fat on Eric Tinnery as they send up 4, 5, and 6 to face the new lefty. Birthday boy Harrison Travis from Saudi Daisy, Tennessee. 4-year player and coach and/or coach. Looks at ball 1 inside. Harrison coming back from a couple knee surgeries. Looks at ball 2. Got his first at-bat of the year up in Chillicothe, Ohio. It was a double. He ground one to the left side. Miller slides on his knees, gloves, and throws over to first base to retire Harrison Travis, who's 0 for 2. That'll bring up Riley Black, the catcher from Lee University as well. So he and Josiah Miller down at third base. Teammates this past spring at Lee University in Cleveland, Tennessee. In Riley's first appearance, he had a towering pop-up over in foul territory with third base. And Miller made a nice catch up against the screen. Black looks at a pitch on the inside corner. It's called a strike, does not offer. Black playing in his 5th game as a rhythm player. Smokes one line drive to the second baseman, Cal Whip, who makes the catch. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. Rhythm have collected 3 hits, 2 in that 3rd inning. Could not get what would have been the tying run on the single by Parker McDonald into left field as Andrew Hunt came around third base, stumbled and fell down. Swing and a miss by Caden Wilkes, who grounded out the shortstop in his first at-bat. Wilkes looking for a new home. He's from Hendersonville, Tennessee. Played at Hendersonville High School. Catcher by trade and out in right field for his first time ever. He's the son of Brian and Shanna Wilkes, brother to Kelsey, Camden, and Kyler. Looks at ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. Hello to Grandpa in Hendersonville and Papa and Nana in Florence, South Carolina. Mentor this year is Nathan Neal. That pitch misses down low, and Wilkes has run the count, 3 balls and a strike. Thirteen hits is 1 behind the team leaders, Jacob Rowald, Parker, and McDonald. Well, McDonald now has 15. Ball's hit to deep left center field. Wilkes has got a drive, and that ball will be off the wall. And he will pull in at second base with a do-dat double. A 2-out do-dat double off the bat of Caden Wilkes. It'll be Caden's 3rd double of the year. It's his 4th extra base hit in 14 hits. Rhythm now have a runner in scoring position with Aiden Gibson coming to the plate. 4 hits in the contest. Gibson struck out swinging to lead off the 3rd. He swings at the first pitch and grounds one into right field. Wilkes being waved home. Mikey Scott's throw to the plate is not cut off, and the Superman slide into home. And there's the Framework Athletics first run of the game, driven in by Aiden Gibson. Base hit just to the left of second baseman Cal Whip that got out to right field. Mikey Scott's throw was on line. It just was late. So some 2-out production by the Rhythm. Back-to-back hits brought to you by Old Hickory Bats. Caden Wilkes double and Aiden Gibson single. Now Andrew Hunt, who had an infield single, stands in. Looks at a breaking pitch, apparently a little high. As I'm going to tell you, folks, they have given, if I don't have the best seat in the house where I'm sitting, it's the second best seat. Hunt looks at a called strike there. The best is probably just in the booth to my right where they have the high home camera The young lady's operating the camera there. Hunt has to back out of the way of that breaking pitch. Nearly hits him in the toes. But I am just to the left of that high home camera. And then to my left is the home broadcaster, Dominic Liacani. Sliced down the right field line. That'll get foul and off the top of the building. AAA Auto Glass foul ball. One of these days I'm going to count the foul balls. Somehow or another, I'm going to try to keep up with how many foul balls there are. Dylan Doris getting his money's worth. 2-2 pitch. And another foul ball off the screen. Henry Jackson's going to pick that one up. He is armored down there. He's got looks like an elbow pad on his right wrist as he pulls that off. He's got a shin guard on his left leg. Drive out to right field. Mikey Scott's going back. Andrew Hunt's just lifted one off the wall here. It bounces hard off the wall. One run's going to score, and Hunt is going to get into third base. A Superman dive into third and a triple. Back-to-back-to-back hits for the Rhythm. As this game is now tied. That shorter porch out there in right field. 3:15 down the line, probably about 3:35, 3:40 out to right field. And he hits it off the 30-foot fence in right field. Drives in Aiden Gibson. Tie this ball game up. And Brady Morse stands at the plate. He pops one in the infield. First pitch that he sees, Josiah Miller comes in and makes the catch to retire Morse and retire the Rhythm. But not before the Rhythm collect 3 hits. They were back-to-back-to-back and scored 2 runs on those 3 hits. No errors, 1 runner left on base. Well, the Rhythm back where we started, all even up with the Lafayette Aviators as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network on YouTube, Facebook, and most of you are on Twitter.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram knocks it out of the park with Nashville's best selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, all new vehicles come with a Rhythm exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles, no additional charge. That's a home run. Find your new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram in Madison, just 10 minutes north of Nashville.
If you've got a dream, then we've got you covered. Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is like no other.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Safeware call to the bullpen for the Rhythm. One right-hander for another. Harry Kane getting his first appearance as a Rhythm player from Kennesaw State. 6'6", 235-pound rising redshirt junior from Chamblee, Georgia. Played his high school baseball at St. Francis High School. He is staying in the host home of John and Amy Smithson. Just met him after getting to the Holiday Inn yesterday. Talked to him a little bit. Did not get all of his particulars, like his mother's name. I have his dad's name is Harry. Of course, he is Harry Kane the fourth. So that would have been a pretty easy guess. So I don't know if he's got siblings. I don't know his mother's name. If you're out there and you're listening in, send me an email to tresports@gmail.com. Or you can even post it on Facebook. It'd be okay. Gloria Watkins has checked in, says Go Rhythm on Facebook. And the first batter that Harry Kane will face is Tanner Holland, and the first pitch he delivers is in there for a called strike. James Fordham goes 3 innings, gives up 3 hits and 2 runs. There's strike 2 is a 6'6" right-hander, delivers 2 in the zone. Fordham walked 3, struck out 2, did plunk 1 batter. Kane tried to nibble at that outside corner and did not get the call. Kane the 4th you see up there. Pitch count for some reason is not showing up there. That pitch is fouled straight back. So 4 pitches in the pitch count to Tanner Holland, who walked, stole second, was wild pitch to third, and balked home for the first run of the ball game in the bottom of the 2nd inning. So Noah Berry is a 6'6" right-hander from Sanford, and Harry Kane's a 6'6" right-hander from Kennesaw State. He's an Owl. Had several Owls on the rhythm as that pitch misses high and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hudson Mims and Tyler Franks from a couple of years ago. Originally Spencer Wilkins, who's now at Trevecca, was a Kennesaw State Owl for a couple of years. We had an incoming freshman that went to Kennesaw State, Blake Ida. That ball's drilled to left field. That may not stay in the park. The youngster out there in a yellow shirt thought he was going to make the catch. It hits off of the wall, and Holland thought he had hit a home run or hit one off the wall. He must have Cadillac'd that one. I thought it was out. I thought the kid in left field made the catch, but it hit off the upper portion of the wall, and he's going to be credited with a single, and he's going to be tugged out between first and second. Totally had me fooled. I thought the kid made the catch. Next thing I see is Andrew Hunt is playing it off the wall, throwing it back in the infield. And he actually had low-fived the first baseman, or the first base coach. Now we're checking to see Brady Morse. Josh Carmen's coming out to talk with Brady, the first baseman, to see maybe if he's done something. He came in originally at the beginning of the season and had a pulled hamstring as he puts his left hand on the back of that left hamstring on his left leg, and maybe he's tweaked that a little bit in that rundown. So Tanner Holland was fooled just like I was. He low-fived the first base coach. I thought that was long gone. Tripp Stores, the first base coach, and he gets third of the way around first base in his home run trot, and then he looks up and sees the ball back in the infield. Then he gets into a rundown. That was a crazy play. If you have PLTV, play that one back again. Harry Kane, now 2 balls and no strikes to Nate Bingman, 7-hole hitter who struck out looking in his first plate appearance. I'm going to go back and rewind that one, take a look at it. I don't know if they got the shot of where it hit in left field. I anticipated the kid in the yellow shirt making the catch. He made it appear as though he made the catch. I thought that ball was long gone to left field, but I was fooled. Ball 3 outside, 3 balls and a strike to Bingman, right-handed hitter from Parkland College. I have to quit worrying about the music here and get our field mic. Swing and a miss. Full Count Ministries, full count. Harry Kane was cruising right there to Tanner Holland, then got one up, and Holland thought he had given the lead back to the Aviators, but there's ball 4, and this runner will get on and stay on for a little bit, at least for a pitch, unless he gets picked. Cal Whip Also struck out looking in the second, stands in. Aviators have 3 home runs on the year, 2 of them by Josiah Miller, who hit a second, his throw over to first base. Not in time. And Shane Lewis, who played in yesterday's game, not in the lineup today, so only 3 home runs hit by the Aviators. Whip does not have one of those, looks at a pitch outside. Blake Ida, who's teammate with Harry Kane down there at Kennesaw State. Harry was telling me that he thought maybe he had a chance of getting drafted. He had an excellent year as an incoming freshman here with Full Count. I know that. I think in year 1 as that pitch gets on the outside corner for a called strike. He is not our La Quinta Inn and Suites alumni spotlight today, though. Nor is anyone from Kennesaw State. We're going to pull from MTSU, Middle Tennessee State University. Runner leads off at first, does not go, and that pitch is yanked outside. That'll be another wild pitch. Moves the runner down to second with only 1 out. Third wild pitch by a rhythm hurler today. Fordham had 2. His 3 innings of work. On deck is Frederick Ragsdale III. 2 looks back to second, and the delivery is low and outside. Count goes 3 balls and a strike. Kane delivering strikes immediately when he came to the game, but now he is struggling to find that strike zone. Staying in the host home of John and Amy Smithson, along with Nick Judd. Popped up to the right side. It will get out of play into the seats and pop up into the mezzanine area. Might have popped up right into the concession stand. No, it bounced back. AAA Auto Glass foul ball brings us to a Full Count Ministries full count. Of course, Full Count Ministries is the umbrella organization over the Full Count Rhythm baseball team. Second week of missionaries from the United States now visiting in Nicaragua. Two pitch, this is outside. Second walk in a row. After the single that off the wall in left field and Tanner Holland thrown out, back-to-back walks. Bring up Frederick Ragsdale with 1 out and 2 on. Ragsdale popped out to shallow left field. Squares the bunt, and he gets hit by the pitch. Standing in that left-handed batter's box, he squared around to bunt. He's hopped up now. Not sure where it got him. I think it was on the left leg there. Kane did not pitch this past year with Kennesaw State. He is coming off, he's 10 months post Tommy John surgery. This is his first appearance on the mound after his surgery. So you can understand he's maybe going to have a little struggle with control. Actually, he did not pitch in 23 or 24. In 2022, had 9 appearances, 13 and a third innings of work. Gave up 16 hits, but struck out 16 batters. With the bases loaded, leadoff batter Grant Miller looks at ball 1. is going to wind up. And gets a swing and a miss on a fastball up. And Miller just swung at ball 2. Two to 2. Bases loaded. That's fastball in that outside corner. It's called strike. Harry Kane needs a strikeout or a ground ball to a middle infielder here. See if he can wiggle off the hook. And he gets the strikeout. A roof-store strikeout. First of the year for Harry Kane. He looks into the dugout. For some reason, I'm not sure what he's looking at in there, but he's back out on the mound. First I thought maybe he's saying he's feeling a twinge somewhere, but apparently not the case. Now Brooks Sailors, the number 2 hole hitter, stands in. He's reached base both times he's come to the plate, had an infield single in the first, walked and scored a run in the third. Came in hitting .310, and that average has gone up. Fastball or changeup actually outside. Turned that one over. Now it looks like the pitch count's working on the scoreboard that you see on the screen. Fastball inside and maybe a little up. 2 balls, no strikes. Nowhere to put Brooks Sailors. And a swing and a miss. Sailors looks back and talks to Alan Jones, home plate umpire, about something. Maybe it was that pitch up. The count is 2 balls and a strike, 2 outs, bases loaded. Swing and a miss. Harry Kane is a pitch away from getting out of this jam here in his first inning of work in relief of James Fordham. And the 2-2 fouled off to the left side. AAA auto glass. Foul ball. Right over the head of on-deck batter Mikey Scott. Sailors from Brookston, Indiana, the son of the head coach Jamie Sailors. Left-handed batter against a right-handed pitcher. 6-6 delivers another foul ball. AAA auto glass. That catches the screen, the backstop, and comes right back to Riley Black. Andrew Hunt still out in the left. Jacob Tobias in center. Big Caden Wilkes in right. Joey Parliament at third. Parker McDonald at short. Aiden Gibson at second. Brady Morse in his first appearance of the year down at first base. Riley Black with the catching tools on. Catching Harry Kane. Gets another foul ball off the bat of Brooks Sailors. It looks like plate umpire needs some new pearls. Jaden Seimer from Hanover College brings new baseballs out. We'll do the 2-2 all over again. Swing and a miss, and Harry Kane gets a roof store strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts brought to you by the Roof Store as he leaves the bases loaded. Congratulations to Harry Kane as he gets out of that jam. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 3 runners left on base after 4 complete. 2-2. We're all tied up here in Lafayette, Indiana. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Is your home showing symptoms of foundation issues? Your home's wet basement, dingy crawl space, musty smells, cracked walls, or unlevel concrete shouldn't be ignored. Helitech can help. Life happens in your home. You and your family deserve the best. Helitech offers proven solutions in waterproofing, drainage, concrete leveling, and foundation repair services. Contact us for a free inspection at helitechonline.com.
When the water's high, we'll keep your basement dry. Heal your home with Helitech.
After tonight's game, the Rhythm will spend the night here in Lafayette, Indiana, then get up in the morning and check out, head down to Huntingburg, Indiana to take on the Du Bois County Bombers, who are in direct competition in the Eastern Conference Central Division. Here after this half inning, we'll get to our Prospect League scoreboard update. Brought to you by Myers Front Porch today, located right at the corner of Gallatin Road and Park Drive North, your entrance into Drakes Creek Park off of Gallatin Road. Folks over at Myers Front Porch are big supporters of Full Count Rhythm Baseball, Mary Schaefer-Gore and Corey Langford. As they were going to have a new neighbor right next door. The old Black Eyed Pea restaurant was torn down, and I understand they're putting up a Whataburger. Honestly, not my favorite hamburger. I'd rather have a Wendy's double. Top of the order to face Eric Tenery on for his second inning of work. Joey Parliament, Parker McDonald, and Jacob Tobias. First pitch swinging, ground ball to short on 3 hops. Bingman throws out Parliament. Now 1 for 2. Joey likes swinging at that first pitch. Had a single in the first, walked in the third, and now ground out here in the 5th. Parker McDonald had a single that should have knocked in a run, except for the sniper that took down Andrew Hunt after he rounded third base. McDonald nearly plunked with that breaking pitch, has to pull the back leg out of the way. He's 1 for 2. Looks at a called strike. It might have been a couple baseballs out. See if we see that one on the replay. Pops that one out to the right. AAA auto glass foul ball, so off of the roof. So a roof store foul ball, AAA auto glass foul ball. Might have got it. Somebody parking on the road. Low and outside with that offering. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jim Mendez checking in on Facebook. Jaime, my old partner down in Tyler, Texas. Another ground ball to short. 2 hops, Bingman up, and over to Schaller at first. 2 ground outs to the shortstop here in the top of the 5th inning. Jim Mendez is the number 2 family member in that family to his lovely bride, Kim. We were first office agents together down in Tyler, Texas, and roommates, office mates. Now with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. If you don't love Jim Mendez, you don't love people. He's one of the best people you ever meet in your life. Jacob Tobias from Birmingham, Alabama, by way of Chattanooga, looks at strike 1. Ball 1 gets in there for a 1-1 count. He's 0 for 2. Batting here with nobody on. Came to the plate with the bases loaded in the 3rd and popped up to the pitcher and takes a cut that was meant to drive a ball out of the ballpark, but Tenery just did not want to cooperate. He threw a pitch a little bit slower than Tobias's bat swing there. Count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just a bit outside there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Hola. Jim Mendez does not speak Spanish. Hola's it. There's a ground ball up the middle. 2 hops over to Whip, and he throws Tobias out. So 3 ground outs in the 5th inning will retire the Rhythm in order. We're still tied. We'll keep it right here. Get a scoreboard update tonight in the Prospect League. Let's see if we can get something updated here. Du Bois County is at Champion City Kings in Ohio. They're leading 13-5 as they got the bats going. Illinois Valley Pistol Shrimp with the best record in Prospect League defeated the Burlington Bees 12-11. In the top of the 6th inning, Johnstown Mill Rats hosting the Thrillville Thrillbillies, and they lead 6-0. Touchdown, missed the extra point. Rex Baseball at Chillicothe. They're tied 2-2 in the bottom of the 5th. In the top of the 3rd, the Springfield Lucky Horseshoes 5, Danville Dans 2. The bottom of the 3rd, O'Fallon Hoots 3, the Cape Catfish 0. Rockabilly's 1-0 over the Alton Dragons down in Jackson. And in the top of the 2nd inning, the Burlington Bees in game 2 of their doubleheader lead 1-0. I believe that 12-11 win by Illinois Valley over Burlington was a game that was actually started last night and concluded tonight. And that is your Prospect League scoreboard update, brought to you by Myers Front Porch. Over there and get you tell them you want a Rhythm turkey sandwich. That's, I don't know if they'll remember that, but take the ham off of a Reuben, put turkey on it, and add some avocado. As we have a Safeware call to the bullpen, Jackson Marbett will come in relief of Harry Kane. Jackson Marbett, he's in the transfer portal after being at Middle Tennessee State University for 3 years. Another right-hander from Columbia, Tennessee. He has had an up and down season so far for the Rhythm. Marbett at 9.00 ERA is 1-1. This is his 4th appearance of the year. 6 innings of work, giving up 7 hits, 9 runs, 6 were earned. 4 walks, 7 strikeouts. He's given up 3 home runs and has hit a batter. He will face 3, 4, and 5 in the Aviators lineup. That's Mikey Scott. Swings at the first pitch he sees, pops one out to right field. Caden Wilkes backing up. That is his first put out of a fly ball in right field. It's his first time to play right field, I think, ever in his life, definitely his collegiate life. And he makes the catch for out number 1. Colton Schaller steps in, left-handed hitter from Kent State University. Golden Flashes, he's 1 for 2. Hit a little 60-foot pop-up down toward the third baseman, Joey Parliament, who could not catch it on the fly, let it bounce, and the English on it ended up glancing. I believe he tried to barehand it and hit off his hand and went into foul territory. Ended up scoring the runner at third as Marbett misses with his first 2 offerings to Schaller. Playing in game number 16 of the year, hitting .302 coming in. He lined into a double play in the first and then hit the little infield single pop-up in the third. And he's looking at a 3-ball, no-strike count from a right-handed hurler, Jackson Marbett. And a 4-pitch walk puts Schaller at first base. King goes 1 inning, gives up 1 hit, no runs. Walked 2, struck out 2. Stranded, the bases loaded. He had them were loaded with 1 out and ended up striking out. Leadoff batter, the number 2 batter to get out of the jam. Throw over to first base, Brady Morse, who's still in the ball game, makes the catch on an almost errant throw by Marbett. Jackson, the son of Lee Marbett and Julie Marbett. This is again, that's 5 in a row outside the zone after getting Scott to fly out on the first pitch he saw. Marbett from the stretch. Couple looks over to first and delivers that pitch low and outside. 6'4", 205-pound redshirt junior. Played his high school baseball at Spring Hill High School. Majoring in integrated studies. He's the brother of Ellie and Ava, grandson of Granddad and Grandmama in Columbia, Tennessee. Ground ball foul down the first base line. AAA auto glass foul ball. Also the grandson of Nana in Nashville. His mentor is Nathan Neal. I wonder if Nathan's springing for lunches for all these guys that he's the mentor for. I think he's got at least 2 guys. Throw over to first. Not in time. Josiah Miller, who's 0 for 2 in this ball game. Swings from the left side and backs away from a pitch low and inside that Riley Black has to slide over to make a grab. Miller 2 for 3 in yesterday's game, had a 3-run home run in the 5-run 3rd inning. Also had a double in his first at bat, was later caught stealing, trying to get third, pops that one up out of play, AAA auto glass, foul ball. So Jackson Marbett, the 3rd pitcher for the Rhythm, facing the Lafayette Aviators. That was a full count. First pitch foul ball, another throw over to first. Just as Schaller is stepping off the base. 1 out, runner at first. The Lee University Flame swings and pops that one up out to right field. Caden Wilkes back. He is continuing to go back. He's on the track and he makes the catch for out number 2. Look how easy that is to play out there in right field, Caden Wilkes. You already got an assist in the ball game, a couple putouts. POC. It's a piece of cake out there. Even a catcher can do it. Jim Mendez, if you're still listening in on the Full Count Rhythm Facebook page, say howdy to Kim and your children's. You got a nest full of grandchildren, I know. Susan's going down to meet Cassidy in Decatur, Alabama, and pick up our oldest grandson, little Reese. Gonna have him for a week. Grandpa and Zizi are excited, so is Reese. First pitch of Tanner Holland misses down low. He's reached base both times he's been to the plate. He's scored in the 2nd. Runner goes, pitch is on the outside corner for called strike, throw down to 2nd, and the tag applied, and Colton Schaller is caught stealing. Called the popo and said, you cannot have that base. That is out number 3. That will end the inning as the Aviators go down. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We are through 5. We are all tied up at 2. Take a break and be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Tim Reese back on the Full Count Broadcast Network. A new pitcher, another left-hander. They're just showing off now with all these left-handers. Thought it was the same guy out there, but this appears to be Corbin Payne, number 29. Another left-hander rising sophomore at John A. Logan College, located in Marion, Illinois. He's from Battleground, Indiana, not Michigan. At least that's what the roster says. 6'1", 190 pounds. And Corbin Payne on for his 5th appearance of the year. 8 1/3 innings, has not given up a hit. 1 run, which was earned. Walked 5, struck out 13 batters, but he's plunked 3. Has a 1-0 record and a 1.08 ERA. Eric Tenery goes 2 innings, gives up 3 hits, 2 runs, which were earned. Did not walk or strike out a batter. Did give up a double, a single, and a triple back-to-back-to-back. Rhythm only have 2 left-handed pitchers on their squad, and 1 is on this trip. Andrew Perry, I saw him throwing, looked like a bullpen, so I would doubt that he's going to get into this ball game. Harrison Travis. It's time, Harrison. It's birthday time. Travis Time, the hero of the 2022 OVL Championship final game. Walk-off home run to win it 5-4 over the DuBois County Bombers. He swings and misses. Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Breaking pitch popped up to the right side. This might be playable down that in foul territory. But first baseman Colton Schaller going toward the wall. It's about a waist-high brick wall, and then with netting down the right side, and he can't make the play. So Travis remains in the batter's box with a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Corbin Payne, the 3rd pitcher of the ball game for Lafayette Aviators. 1-2 pitch is a little bit high, and Travis able to lay off of that one. Not able to lay off that breaking pitch. It curls right over the plate, and he goes down swinging. Now 0 for 3 on his birthday. Brings up Riley Black, who says, I'm tired of seeing left-handed pitchers here. The 3rd left-handed pitcher that he's faced tonight. Faced Jordan Morales in the 2nd. Popped out to the 3rd baseman, foul territory, squares around the bunt, pulls the bat back on ball 1. Then faced Eric Tenery in the 4th and lined out softly to the 2nd baseman, and now he's facing Corbin Payne. Breaking pitch whispers at the outside corner for a called strike. Ball, 1 strike. Breaking pitch, guessing must have been high. It was over the plate. Count goes 2 balls and a strike. Riley Black eyeing that short porch in right field. 3:15 down the right field line. Looks at ball 3 on the outside corner. Payne trying to keep it outside. 362 in the right center field alley. There is the 30-foot wall down the right field line. That's going to catch the outside corner, and Black's going to look at a Full Count Ministries full count with Caden Wilkes standing on deck. And a breaking pitch goes over the head of Riley, and he'll head on down to first base with a free pass. Black, the son of Scott and Sarah Black, brother to Clay and Emmy, and grandson of Grammy in Chattanooga, and Pop and Mimi in Cleveland, Tennessee. 9 home runs for Lee University this past spring. Wilkes looks at ball 1. He's 1 for 2. Hit a ball in the deep left center field gap, probably about 380 or 90 out in left center field. Got to do that double. Looking at ball 2. If he had pulled that a little bit farther down the line, he would have hit that one out. No problem. Wilkes has 1 of the 10 home runs hit by Rhythm 9 players have hit 10 home runs. Can he be the second to hit 2 home runs on the season? Pitch called a ball. Brooks Sailors, for the second pitch in a row, is bluffing to throw down to first base. Did not throw either time. And this time I think he thought should have been a called strike, but it counts as 3 balls and no strikes. Let's see if Wilkes is going, and he is not. That's a 4-pitch walk. Back-to-back walks put runners at first and second for the Rhythm. Trevor Barnes says happy birthday. Harrison, Travis. Jim Mendez sitting back in Indianapolis, Indiana. I don't know the little town that you live in. I'm sure it's your mailing address might be Indianapolis, but when was the last time we saw each other? Might have been when I left. I don't know if we've seen each other. Maybe we've seen each other one other time. 1997, I left Tyler, Texas. You stuck around a little bit longer until you transferred to Indianapolis. And he retired and worked a little bit as a contractor there in Indy. Now I think he just heads to Key West whenever he can. At least that's what I see on Facebook. Greenfield, Indiana. You know, maybe I'll find somebody from Greenfield. See if there's anybody on the Lafayette roster here from Greenfield. Logansport, Indiana, Noblesville, Indiana. I got one Indianapolis, maybe Calvin Shepard, a right-handed pitcher, is from Greenfield, and he just put Indianapolis down there instead. Squaring around the bunt is Aiden Gibson with 2 runners on and 1 out, but takes a pitch high after the break as pitching coach Trip Stores goes out to chat with Corbin Payne. 1-0 pitch in there for a called strike. Gibson struck out in the 3rd and singled, drove in a run in the 4th, and came around to score on Andrew Hunt's triple. Scored the tying run. Rhythm just could not push Andrew Hunt across for the go-ahead. Gibson from Cleveland, Tennessee stands in. Ball and a strike. He fouls that one off. Brooks Sailors, the catcher. AAA Autoglass foul ball. It might need to be a absolute wellness foul ball, as Sailors might feel that one later on. Audio only broadcast here as we are away. Prospect League TV does not allow us to broadcast the video of the game on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter. Breaking pitch lands high and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So on all road broadcasts, it's either a radio broadcast or, in this case, a YouTube audio. So all you do is you get me. Bob McCall says he's got a couple grandkids in Greenfield. Swing and a miss, and down goes Gibson on strikes. 2nd strikeout of the inning, and that's per the stats for Corbin Payne, who came in with 5 walks and 13 strikeouts in 8 1/3. So 2 walks, 2 strikeouts here in the inning, as Andrew Hunt is 2 for 2. Let's see if he can make a case for the Frosted Luau player of the game with another big hit right here in the top of the 6th inning. 2 outs, 2 on. Hunt looks at a fastball up. Did not play this past year for University of Alabama at Birmingham. So he took a red shirt, the 5'11", 195-pound right-handed hitter. He drives one to right field. Mikey Scott is back, and on the warning track catches the line shot off the bat of Andrew Hunt, the son of Stephen and Cameron Hunt, for out number 3. Got 2 runners on, 2 walks, but could not push anybody across and strand 2 more. That's 6 for the ball game, and we remain tied. Here as we move to the bottom of the 6th, we'll keep it right here get you the La Quinta Inn and Suites Alumni Spotlight. Tonight's Alumni Spotlight is Jackson Underwood, the right-handed pitcher at MTSU last year and the year before that. 6'2", 200-pound, now I guess a rising senior. He was a sophomore when he was with Full Count last year. Murfreesboro, Tennessee. He pitched at Riverdale High School. Was a business administration major. Could have changed. He's the son of Chad and Jennifer Underwood, brother to Josie and Gemma. He had a grandma in Gordonsville, Tennessee. I wonder if she knew the Parliament family. And a pappy and a Mimi in Hendersonville, Tennessee. He stayed at the host home with Harrison Travis, our birthday boy, at Jimmy and Linda Edwards last year. And Jackson Underwood is our La Quinta Inn and Suites Alumni Spotlight. They are located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee at 120 South Cartwright Court. They are the host of all the teams that come in from out of town. Wake up on the bright side, La Quinta Inn and Suites. Call them at 615-851-1891. They sponsor our Alumni Spotlight every night. Tonight's is Blue Raider Jackson Underwood, former teammate of Jackson Marbett, who's back out for his second inning of work. As he will face 6, 7, and 8. Tanner Holland, Nate Bingman, and Cal Whipf, who are due up. 2-2, 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Full Count as Holland takes one between the 4 and the 0. He will hobble on down to first base as he's been plunked. It's the third hit batter by Rhythm Pitching tonight. I'll bring up Nate Bingman. Let's see if he squares around the bunt. Holland does have a stolen base as Marbett throws over and Brady Morse has to climb the ladder to get that one. Runner goes, pitch is a called strike, throw down is not in time. Head first slide by Holland. He picks up his second stolen base of the ball game. And his 8th on the year. That takes over the team lead from Frederick Ragsdale, who has 7. Now a runner in scoring position with Bingman, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Marbett looking back at second to keep the runner there, and fastball is delivered high. Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. Six walks by Rhythm Pitching and 3 hit batters. Marbett delivers a strike there. Now moves a ball and 2 strikes. Not sure what happened there. They've called a time violation, or I don't know how a violation they count went to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Didn't look to me, unless that was his second disengagement. Must have been his second disengagement per this batter. I didn't see the first one, and I sure didn't even see the second one. 2-2 pitch now, fouled back to the screen. Bingman struck out looking in the second and walked and was stranded at third in the 4th. Marbett out for his second inning of work after James Fordham went 3. Harry Kane went 1 inning. Ground ball up the middle, and it will sneak into center field. And the Aviators will take the lead 3-2. RBI single. Jackson Marbett may have thought that Parker McDonald had a chance to field that one. Gave it kind of a half-hearted effort there, I thought. I don't know that he could have got it, but gave me the impression he thought that his shortstop was playing more up the middle, but it's a base hit and a run driven in by Nate Bingman. That'll bring up Cal Wimpf, who's also struck out and walked. He pops up on the right side in foul territory. Brady Morse over with the big first baseman's mitt, makes the catch for out number 1. So the leadoff batter, Tanner Holland, was plunked. Stole second and driven in by Nate Bingman. Now a pop out to the first baseman brings up Frederick Ragsdale, who was hit by a pitch. Runners leading off a first and a throw over. Has him diving back in there safely. Ragsdale's 0 for 1. Popped out to the left fielder and was hit by a pitch. So he squared around the bunt, squares around this time. And we've got another balk called. Marbut apparently does not come set. And no pitch on the batter, and Bingman heads down to second base with a free pass. Second balk called by Martin Tim with 2 M's. Out on the bases, Marbut comes to a full and complete stop there and delivers. A bunt popped up and off the screen. Counts no balls and 1 strike as our home plate umpire has to correct the scoreboard operator here. Did not realize that the pitch that was delivered on the balk does not count if the balk is enforced. Another pitch popped up on the left side of the infield. Should be easy play for McDonald. He makes the catch for out number 2. So a couple pop-ups to the infield. 2 outs in the top of the order. Grant Miller, he's 0 for 1. Walked in the first, hit by a pitch in the third, struck out swinging in the fourth. He was one of the 2 back-to-back strikeouts for Harry Kane, the fourth, with the bases loaded. He has an insurance run out there at second base. Aiden Gibson runs over to second to move the runner back. AAA Autoglass foul ball to the on-deck circle for strike 1. Rhythm will head to DuBois County tomorrow, play in Huntingburg, Indiana, and then on to go home, spend the night in our own beds Thursday night. That pitch is delivered high. And then get back on the bus, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, head down to Jackson for our 4th road game in a row. That'll be the 5th matchup between the Rhythm and the Jackson Rockabillys in the Anchor Transportation 2 for the Showdown Series. Rhythm trail in that series 1-3. Breaking pitch. That's going to plunk Grant Miller. That's the second time he's been hit tonight. And the second hit batter by Jackson Marbut. So runners now at first and second with 2 outs. Marbut now has plunked 3 as the Rhythm bullpen starts to stir. Brooks Sailors had an infield single in the first, walked and scored in the third, struck out swinging with the bases loaded to end the fourth. And the first pitch he sees is Jackson Marbut falls down on the artificial turf and delivers that pitch down in the turf and to the right of Riley Black as base umpire is going to check on Marbut. Now Riley Black's going to go out, have a chat with Jackson and maybe settle him down. He's got 2 outs. 2 runners are on as 1 run is already in the inning. 3 runs now, 5 hits for Lafayette Aviators. Sailors batting left-handed, drives one into right center field. That'll get down, and at least one run will score. Tobias up with it, gets it back into the infield, but overthrows second base, and Sailors will slide into second with a RBI double. And Miller ends up at third base. Tobias had a chance possibly to, but nobody actually was covering second base, I don't believe. Bingman comes in to score, and out of the dugout comes head coach and general manager Josh Carman. That will end the evening, or should, for Jackson Marvin. Let's see if there is a right-hander warming in the bullpen. Let's see who we got down there that's coming in the ball game. That's going to be another big man right there, as we are sending the basketball team in there after James Fordham. That's going to be big Morgan Davis who comes on. So we'll take a break, tell you more about Morgan when we return on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Safeware call to the bullpen, Morgan Davis, 6'5", 225-pound right-hander from Bedford, New York. Now for his second appearance of the year in relief of Jackson Marvin. Davis shows 3 appearances if you look him up on the Prospect League website, but only 1 for Full Count. See if I can get to that particular piece of information. He had 2 appearances with the Danville Dans. He is on in relief. Jackson Marvin, who gives away with runners at second and third, 2 outs. Jackson's gone an inning and 2/3. He's given up 2 hits. Right now, 2 runs, but runners on second and third are his responsibility. He has walked 1 batter and hit 2. Did not strike out a batter. 2 runs that have come in to score already are earned. Morgan Davis is the brother of the former #1 overall pick in 2021. Henry Davis, who plays for the Pittsburgh Pirates. He's also the younger brother of Olivia, who is the oldest sibling of the union of Christopher and Andrea Davis. He has a papa on his mama's side. Did not get the city where papa is located. He's staying in the host home of Mike and Ashley Harrell. Did not pitch for Louisville this past year, where he was on the roster. Now he's in the transfer portal. Let's see if we can get some intel here on. It says Mason Davis. His name is actually Morgan Davis. I don't know where that came from, but he's facing Mikey Scott with 2 on and 2 out. First pitch delivered outside. Got it corrected on the Full Count Rhythm website, I believe, but not on the overall website. He got into the 5-2 Jackson Rockabilly's loss down in Jackson. Delivers ball 2. Through an inning in that ball game, walked 2, struck out 1. Did not give up a hit or a run in that outing. I think that was his first outing in a good while as well. 2-0 pitch with a base open is apparently a little high. So we've gone from 6'6" Harry Kane to 6'4" Jackson Marbett back up to 6'5" Morgan Davis after 6-foot James Fordham started the ball game. So fourth pitcher on for full count. There's a pitch called strike at the letters. Davis is probably saying that's the same pitch that I had on 2-0. It looks better when it's 3-0. Tennessee Vols heading into the championship series and College World Series. Congratulations to them and all their supporters. There's a tapper foul down the third base line, and third base coach Damaris Barlow has an easy play down there. Tripp Stores, the pitching coach, is down at first base, and head coach Jamie Sailors in the dugout. There's the Aviator fans getting hyped here, and that one goes to the backstop. Ball 4 hits off the brick and comes right back to Riley Black. Grant Miller has to stay put at third, as does Brooks Sailors. Morgan Davis comes in and walks Mikey Scott. That loads the bases with 2 outs. Colton Schaller, who's 1 for 2, steps to the plate. Off-speed pitch misses up. Schaller, left-handed hitter. Davis, a right-handed pitcher. Another pitch misses inside. Not sure if Davis trying to cut a fastball there or not. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded, 2 runs in here in the inning. That ball gets by Riley Black, but a throw back to the plate as nobody is coming. Grant Miller could not see how far that ball got away from Black. Probably would have been a pass ball. Not sure if Black was looking for a different pitch or not, but it squirted away to the right, but he retrieved it. Davis covered the plate, but Grant Miller ended up staying at third base. Count now is 3 balls and no strikes, and Davis in danger of walking in a run. 3-0 pitch is high, and he has in fact done that. Back-to-back walks have brought in a third run in the inning. That run is charged to Jackson Marbett. And another left-handed batter, Josiah Miller, stands in. As somebody's retrieving all the equipment that Tripp Stores, the first base coach, has accumulated. Miller 0 for 3. I believe he is the only batter in the Aviator lineup who has not reached base. Zach Williams, what do you think? You think that's a jinx? Breaking pitch misses up. Morgan Davis struggling with control. Grounder down to first base. Brady Morse charges and will glove just on the other side of the base on 2 hops and step on first to retire the side. 9 come to the plate for Lafayette. 3 touch home plate on 2 hits. No errors and 3 runners left on base. 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th give the Aviators a 5-2 lead as we are 2/3 of the way now through this ball game. Those runs charged to Jackson Marbott. We'll be right back to see how the Rhythm can handle this now deficit in the top of the 7th.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese on the Full Count Broadcast Network as we move to the top of the 7th inning. 9-1-2 to face left-hander Corbin Payne on for his 2nd inning of work. 3rd pitcher for the Lafayette Aviators. With their win yesterday, they moved from 3rd place in the Northeastern Division up to 2nd place with a 10-9 record. Brady Morse looking for his first hit in a Rhythm uniform. Looks at a called strike. He's 0 for 2. Flew out to right, popped out to the 3rd baseman. Batting for the 3rd time here in the 7th. Breaking pitch catches the outside corner. He's now down in the count 0-2. After this half inning, tell you about some of our sponsors that we have that we really appreciate that are in our program. Make sure when you come to a Rhythm game that you pick up one of those programs. Pitch misses outside. Right-handed hitting Brady Morris looking at a 1-ball, 2-strike count, choking up on the Old Hickory and just gets a piece of that one. He's been out of competition for a while. I'm not sure when he injured that, assuming it's the left hamstring because he's now trying to stretch the thing out right now. A hamstring is one of the hardest injuries to rehab. I have pulled my hamstrings many times and they are not fun. Doesn't look like he's getting the drive on that as he's hobbling. He pops one up to first baseman in foul territory and he is retired for the first out here in the top of the 7th. He just does not look like he has a good approach with the swing, and I think it has to do with that pulled hamstring. In his first plate appearance, he was popping foul balls off to the right side, and it just didn't look like he was getting the drive at all. But I think that's the front leg that's hamstrung. Joey Parliament looks at a first pitch in there for a strike from Corbin Payne. Parliament singled in the 1st, walked in the 3rd, grounded out in the 5th, batting here for the 4th time in the 7th. Breaking pitch misses outside. Came in hitting .282, 5 doubles on the year. got a late start. Drives one in the left field. That'll get down for a base hit. Joey Parliament is 2 for 3. He's a guy that could carry a ball club, hitting in the leadoff spot here, but right now looking to start a rally as Parker McDonald steps in. He's 1 for 3. McDonald with 15 hits on the season. Leads the squad. Parliament now with 13 hits. Tapper to third. Miller over to second base, but that's all they'll get is the lead runner. Josiah Miller got that high hop and threw to Cal Whipf at second. That's now 2 outs. McDonald reaches on the fielder's choice. Now Jacob Tobias, who's 0 for 3. Between the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, 0 for 8 with a walk, and he takes a big cut. Not sure where Parker McDonald was going. He was way off of first base, and if Saylor's the catcher didn't have to look through Jacob Tobias, he would have picked off McDonald easily at first. Surely he's not running on this play. You don't want to take the first baseman off of first, and you don't want to take a risk at getting thrown out with Jacob Tobias at the plate. He's in scoring position as he's in the batter's box. Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike to left-handed hitting center fielder from Lipscomb University. Slow breaking pitch, kicks that outside corner, and Tobias throws his head back. Might have thought that was high. Looked like it was pretty good positioning for catching the outside corner. Runner does go, pitch is spiked, and that will get to the backstop. McDonald will round second base, but should be credited with a stolen base, not a wild pitch. Let's make sure that happens. Now, runner in scoring position with 2 outs, and count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. They do credit him with a stolen base. Tobias looks at a fastball outside. Count goes full. Full Count Ministries, full count. On deck, the birthday boy Harrison Travis would like to be the tying run when he comes to the plate here in the top of the 7th. 5-2, the Rhythm trail. Runner goes from second to third, and a pitch is inside for ball 4. And Harrison Travis will get the opportunity to be the tying run when he stands in. Third walk of the ball game by Corbin Payne. Travis 0 for 3, strikeout in the second, ground out in the 4th, strikeout in the 6th as he bats here twice in 2 innings. .6'4", 215-pound. Now 23-year-old from Soddy Daisy, Tennessee. Graduated with a bachelor's in business management. Now working on his MBA over at Carson Newman, the son of William and Amy Travis. Brother to Grace and nephew to Aunt Lori, who is a big supporter. As a flip of the coin there by the home plate umpire. He paused, thought about it, and decided to call that a strike. It's Alan Jones. Hello to Papaw and Mamaw in Hickson, Tennessee, and Granite in Red Bank. The Quattrochis, common spelling of Quattrochis in Hickson, Tennessee. He stays at the host home of Jimmy and Linda Edwards. His mentor is Kevin Pomeroy. Travis looks at a pitch inside. Count goes 3 balls and a strike. With Riley Black standing on deck. Travis came in hitting .308. That average is dipped. 8 of his hits, or 6 of his 8 hits, are extra bases, and that's going to be a strike right down the can. He started to head to first base. Looked like a pretty good pitch to me. Full count Ministries, full count. Might have thought it was a little bit high, but if he throws it there again, Harrison Travis might just send one out of here to tie this ball game. Might have to use my yard card right here. He drives one to deep right center field. Back goes Mikey, and that ball's gone! 3-run home run by Harrison Travis ties this one up. And Tim Reese 1 for 1 with the yard card. Second home run of the year for Harrison Travis, the birthday boy, ties this one up. A 2-out, 3-run homer by the 4-year full count rhythm player / coach. Congratulations to the Travis family. Harry, they call him. Delivers, goes Oppo Taco. Drives in Parker McDonald and Jacob Tobias. Riley Black steps in. Looks at a called strike on the outside corner. Another delayed call. Mikey Scott. That ball's drilled out to center field, but that's where fly balls go to die. Tanner Holland runs back and makes the over-the-shoulder catch for out number 3. Now the Rhythm put 3 on the board here in the top of the 7th to tie this one back up. 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Why? Because Harrison Travis cleared the bases. His second big fly of the year. He's Mr. Extra Base Hit. Jim Mendez, this is a nice call. Thank you, buddy. Love you, man. Thanks for listening in. Appreciate you. Yes, we will get a new pitcher on the mound, another right-hander. We'll tell you about him when we return on the Full Count Broadcast Network. You know what? I was going to leave it right here. We're going to talk about some of our sponsors here as the 7th inning stretch is being sung here. You can listen to that while I tell you about our great sponsors. We'll start from the bottom. We got a host home ad from Doug and Rebecca Dorn. They are everything Full Count Ministries and Full Count Rhythm. That are every home game. The entire family. His daughter, golly, why have I forgotten her name? Shoot me. I apologize. Their 15-year-old daughter is taking tickets up all the time as the entire family does whatever it takes. Even little James will get out there and do a little entertainment. So Doug and Rebecca, they're a host home family. They're sponsors through their insurance company, Dorn Insurance Training Incorporated. They also have a host home family ad in the book as well. Also like to thank Cross the Seams LLC. That's a baseball, softball training for youth, teens, and young adults. Thanks to Todd Stinson. They're located in Springfield, Tennessee, as well as Bowling Green. Corbin, Kentucky, and Knoxville. That's where those locations are. Also like to thank Nashville Interiors and Exteriors, Alex Wall, H&T Carpet, Chad Cook, Turf Troopers, Justin Valentine, who is either down in Nicaragua on mission or he was there last week. MBK Electric, that's Brandon Kleiser. He does residential, commercial additions, and remodel. Might need Brandon in the future over at Drakes Creek Park if we get some new digs at Drakes Creek Park that Josh Carmen is talking about. Let's get to our Safeware call to the bullpen. Bullpen, he said. J.D. Price is on in relief. He's a sidewinder right-hander, 6'3", one of the short guys in the bunch. He and his teammate James Fordham from Georgia Southwestern have now pitched in this ball game, or as soon as J.D. Price delivers the first pitch to Tanner Holland, who's leading off for the second inning in a row and has another pitch go sailing right by. It's called strike on the sidearm breaking pitch. J.D. Price wears the number 41. Staying in that host home with the Sutleys, gets a swing and a miss on a slower breaking pitch. Eric and Gay Sutley. J.D. from Georgia Southwestern, hometown in Knoxville, Tennessee. Originally attended Western Carolina and Southern Union Community College. Son of Jimmy and Janice Price, misses low and outside with that pitch. He's the brother to Josh. He has a mamaw in Cosby, Tennessee. His mentor is Austin Smith. Swing and a miss, and J.D. Price gets a roof store strikeout to start the bottom of the 7th. Price on for his 6th appearance of the year. That ties Ryan Sweeney with the most appearances. Delivers a fastball that rides back into the right-handed hitting Nate Bingman, who fouls that one off the screen. As AAA autoglass foul ball. Bingman had a big RBI single in the 6th to get the 3-run rally going for the Aviators. And a fastball catches the outside corner, and J.D. Price is feeling it. 6 innings of work. He's given up 14 hits, 15 runs. Walked 7 and struck out 8. He had a tough go of it in Chillicothe up there, as he and several pitchers had a tough go of it. 21-7 was the final of that game, and that was 3 of the 11 5 or more run innings that the Rhythm have given up. It was in that ball game. Sliced foul down the right side. That'll be a souvenir for a lucky fan as it gets right off of the concession stand down the right field line. Rhythm have had 11 5-run or more innings already in 18 games, as that one's foul tipped into the glove of Riley Black for another roof store strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts brought to you by the Roof Store. Steve Barrios, one of the big sponsors. They got a big sign out there on the wall, the left side of the center field wall at Drakes Creek Park. Safeware's got the right side. Now Cal Whipp from Pepperdine stands in. He's 0 for 2. And the breaking pitch misses down and in. Gonna need to get my little light out. Here's comes up on 9:30 Eastern time. Cal moves to 2 balls and no strikes. Pitch right over the plate. Riley Black had that one come in and out of his glove, and it's called a strike. It was a strike. I'm not sure what you would say that Riley's got a hole in his glove based on what that looked like. That's going to catch the outside corner for a called strike. J.D. Price is in a groove right now. He is looking to retire the side in order. 2-2 pitch. I think that one caught the umpire off guard. That had a pretty good movement back into the right-handed hitter. That is right down the can. And there's a ball 4. That strike 3 was called ball 3. I looked back on it on PLTV, and Full Count Ministries' full count pitch was low. So after 2 strikeouts, a walk to a batter who's hitting probably around 100, bring up Frederick Ragsdale, the third, who's 0 for 2. Ragsdale came in hitting 147. That's left-handed. Says he's 5'9". As he points over to the on-deck batter, Grant Miller, kind of giving him a little bit of a scouting report. There's a ground ball to the right side. Aiden Gibson ranges to his left, throws over to Brady Morse, and that is out number 3. So the 2-out walk does not come back to bite the Rhythm. No runs, no hits, no errors. With 1 runner left on base, we are through 7 all tied up 5-5 here in Loeb Stadium in Lafayette, Indiana.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
At Country Financial, we're more than just an office you may pass by as you drive through town. We're a part of your community and help support the programs that make our neighborhoods thrive. We take the time to get to know our clients. We know that every situation is unique, and our goal is to understand yours so that we can help you be confident about your financial security and your future. Call your local Country Financial representative, William Stiles, today at 615-824-7020 to talk about how we can help ensure the future you're dreaming of is something you can proudly own no matter what it looks like.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
New pitcher on the mound for Lafayette Aviators. Number 1, Gannon Wentz, Kent State University, hometown of Worthington, Ohio, suburb of Columbus. 5'11", 165-pound right-hander, is a rising sophomore. He is the 4th pitcher on for the Aviators, coming into his 7th game of the year, which now breaks the tie between he and Jeremy Kreider, all in relief. 9 1/3 innings, giving up 5 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, walked 9, struck out 11. And he has a 4.82 ERA, and he is on to face Caden Wilkes, Aiden Gibson, and Andrew Hunt here in the top of the 8th inning. First pitch he delivers in there for a called strike to Wilkes, who's 1 for 2, doubled and scored in the 4th, walked in the 6th. Still looking for that big fly, and there's a sidearm delivery by Wentz. Swung on and missed. Gannon. Now over the top and delivers a pitch high. Corbin Payne ends up going 2 innings. That sails way high. Count moves 2 balls and 2 strikes. Payne goes 2 innings, gives up 2 hits, 3 runs that were earned. Also walked 3, struck out 2. Wentz tried to step on one there and ends up delivering that one to the backstop. And we'll have a Full Count Ministries full count. Yeah, ball 4. They ask on a check swing. Home plate umpire asked the base umpire quickly to see if he went. He gave the safe sign that he did not. So ball 4 as Wilkes picks up his 2nd walk of the ball game. And that brings up Aiden Gibson. Gibson 1 for 3, a couple strikeouts and a single, an RBI, and a run scored. See if he squares the bunt. He does, pulls the bat back, and the pitch is called a strike on the outside corner. Rhythm do not have a sacrifice bunt on the season yet. This is game number 19 of the year. Squares around and pulls that one back again. Pitch is called a ball, throw down to first base, and Wilkes is back in time. Gibson had what I thought was a sacrifice bunt up at Chillicothe, and the pitcher overthrew at first base and ended up giving an error. Squares around to bunt again, breaking pitch gets in there for a called strike, so he has pulled the bat back twice on pitches that are called strikes. So he's down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Let's see if they keep the bunt on. Throw over to first. Not in time. Gibson was not squaring. Outside just a hair. Count moves 2 balls and 2 strikes. Aviator fans are not happy with that call. I thought it was the right call. Another throw to first base. Not in time. Wilkes getting the red uniform and white pants dirty. Gibson ducks away from an off-speed pitch, and the count moves full. First right-handed pitcher that the Rhythm have seen tonight. Aviators throwing 3 left-handers. Wentz delivers a full count pitch, and it's a foul ball to the back of the screen. AAA Autoglass foul ball. Big time sponsor for Full Count this year. There's a ground ball to third. Miller over to second again and on to first, and that is a 5-4-3 twin killing. The second double play turn by the Aviators infield. Sharply hit down to Josiah Miller, the third baseman. That erases the leadoff walk to Caden Wilkes, brings up Andrew Hunt. It was 2 for 3. Aiden Hunt looks at a breaking pitch, apparently a little high. He hit one of the early home runs for Full Count, but it's been a little while. Sidearm delivery moves Hunt back, and the count goes 2 balls and no strikes. So every once in a while, Wentz from Kent State will drop down sidearm. Stayed conventional there and misses high. 1, 2, 3. Three Kent State Golden Flashes on the roster, and ball 4, second walk of the inning, given up by Wentz. That brings to the plate a pinch hitter. As Jackson Cothran will come on for Brady Morse. I think that Josh Carman probably saw the same thing I saw, that Morse just did not look like he was having a good approach at the plate. I got to believe that that hamstring is the cause of that. So Jackson Cothran from Ohio University stands in for his first at-bat of the ball game. Looks at a fastball up. Wonder if these two faced each other this year, Kent State and Ohio University. Broadcast opposite here, Dominic Liacani next door to me, who broadcast for Ball State in Muncie, Indiana, said that he remembered Jackson Cothran because Ball State took on Ohio University this year. But pretty sure that, I don't think Ohio University played Ohio State though this year, which Jackson and I talked about. That was a bit of a surprise, but I think he said they may be on the schedule for next year. I don't know why Ohio University and Ohio State wouldn't play regularly. As catcher Brooks Sailors goes out and has a chat with the young right-hander. So 1 on, 2 out. Left-handed hitting Jackson Cothran trying to get the lead for the Rhythm. He's going to look at a called strike after the catcher's visit. Cothran was 1 for 3 in yesterday's game, started behind the plate. He had a single in his first at-bat, a couple flyouts to center field, and then a walk as he calls time, backs out of the plate. Had something get in his eye. He's looking at a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Rhythm lead in the hits column, but all tied up in runs, 5-5. He takes a healthy cut there and fouls that one to the screen. AAA Autoglass. Foul ball. Give him a call at 1-888-40 They're a national company. Pretty sure they are. Another pitch misses outside. We'll have a full count. Ministries full count. I have to check with Dylan Dorse next time I see him at church. Saw him this past Sunday. I know they're all over in Tennessee. Runner will be going on with the pitch. He takes off, and it is ball 4 outside as Cothran points to Joey Parliament and says, it's your turn. That's 3 walks in the inning, and Aviators happy for a 5-4-3 double play off the bat of Aiden Gibson, who was trying to lay down a sacrifice bunt in his first 2 strikes of the at-bat, but then hit one sharply to Josiah Miller at third. Ended up starting a 5-4-3 double play. Parliament 2 for 3. He could be the one to drive in the go-ahead run. He grounds one right back to the pitcher. Sharply, but number 1 grounds out to number 1, who throws over to number 11 for out number 3. So the 1-3 ends the 8th for full count. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the 8th, still tied 5-5. Rhythm trying to get a win any way they can. Take a break. Be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression, and IV therapy. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
First pitch delivered by J.D. Price outside the zone. The leadoff batter, Grant Miller, who looks at ball 2. J.D. out for his second inning of work. Breaking pitch in there for a called strike as the chant says, "Let's go Fly Boys." Picks up here at Loeb Stadium. Breaking pitch popped up foul to the right side. AAA auto glass foul ball. Grant Miller 0 for 1, 4 plate appearances. Walked once, been hit twice. Struck out, has not put the ball in play yet. Still hasn't, as he fouls that one over to the Rhythm dugout, hits the screen. Josh Carman, wearing the number 33, will come out and pick that one up. First base coach says, "Here, I'll take it, I'll take it." He stood there, and Josh Carman says, "Nope, I'm going to give it to the ball boy here. I'll throw it over there." Tripp Stores, first base coach, says, "Okay then." Next pitch is low and inside. We'll have a Full Count Ministries full count to the leadoff batter for the Aviators here in the bottom of the 8th. All tied up 5-5. That pitch misses on the outside corner. J.D. Price trying to nibble. And that is the 4th free pass that Grant Miller has received. Second walk of the ball game by J.D. Price. That'll bring up Brooks Sailors, who had an RBI double in his last plate appearance. He's 2 for 3. Sailors, a left-handed batter, as Jackson Cothran is the new first baseman. Came in to pinch hit for Brady Morse. Picked up the first baseman's mitt. Squaring around a bunt is Sailors, and pitch moves outside. Right at about 2 hours and 45 minutes deep into this ball game, and the sun has set. Nice, beautiful sky over to the west. Another fastball outside as Sailors is trying to give the Rhythm an out. Joey Parliament is charging in from third base. He's in on the artificial grass, the green area. Another square around a bunt. There's a bunt down the first base line. Cawthorn will glove and throw to first base and just barely get Sailors as he tried originally to tag Sailors, but Sailors got by him pretty quickly, and Cawthorn had to turn and throw to Aiden Gibson at first base. So the sac bunt works and moves Grant Miller down to second base. Kind of surprised they didn't go ahead and try to steal Miller again. He has 2 stolen bases. Sac bunt by Sailors as he's out 3-4. That'll bring up Mikey Scott, who's 1 for 3. Got a single in the third. A couple flyouts and a walk, and he normally swings at the first pitch, but that's a breaking pitch down low, and he lets that one go by. Aviators trying to play for a late game run here in the bottom of the 8th. Popped up and out of play. AAA Auto Glass foul ball off to the right side. Gets out of the stadium. Again, beautiful stadium in here in Lafayette, Indiana. Downtown Lafayette. 6-hour drive away from Hendersonville, Tennessee. Scott from St. Leo University looks at a fastball in the outside corner for a called strike. J.D. Price needs a strikeout. Couple looks back at second and delivers. Breaking pitch fouled off to the screen. Have not heard an attendance figure tonight. They don't put it out on the scoreboard. Last night had 1,300. There's not that many here tonight. Nice evening. Another liner down the right field line. That will get into the area where the Rhythm visiting locker room is, and then kick back out. Caden Wilkes will pick that one up, and he'll throw it to the first base coach, who's happy to have that baseball. J.D. Price looks in for the sign on the 1-2 pitch to Mikey Scott. Right on the outside corner, not called a strike. Ball 2. Bingo Bobby Smith had that rung up all day long. So did C.J. Davis. So did Greg Monaghan. So did every umpire at Drakes Creek Park that Full Count Rhythm has had. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a slow breaking pitch and a roof store strikeout. Retires Mikey Scott for out number 2. Big strikeout for J.D. Price. That is his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. 7th for Rhythm pitching. That'll bring up left-handed hitting first baseman Colton Schaller. He's a golden flash from Kent State. Breaking pitch blocked by Riley Black behind the plate. Keeps the runner at second. Schaller lined into a double play, had an infield single, and has walked in his last 2 plate appearances. Fouls one off to the left side. That will get out onto the street. Here's Loeb Stadium is right at the corner of a couple roads. Rhythm will head back after tonight's game back to the Holiday Inn in downtown Lafayette. Stay the night here and then get up in the morning. Have a leisurely morning, I hope. Travel down to Huntingburg, Indiana to take on the DuBois County Bombers, the old foe from the Ohio Valley League. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Popped up down that left field line. That's going to be a tough play, and that's going to drop into fair territory. And an RBI bloop single off the bat of Colton Schaller scores Grant Miller. As Parker McDonald was playing up the middle, couldn't get over to make that catch. Joey Parliament had to go straight back, and Schaller gets the RBI single. He got jammed, fell into shallow left field about 20 feet in fair territory. Now Josiah Miller, who's 0 for 4, stands in. He fouls the first pitch that's delivered to him at the plate. Tough luck there for J.D. Price and the Rhythm as the leadoff walk comes back to haunt. Fastball catches the inside corner that is farther off the inside corner than what would have been strike 3 earlier. Miller, left-handed hitter, swings awkwardly at the 0-2 pitch, and he's down on strikes. Another Roof Store strikeout. Not before the Aviators take the lead on the bloop single that drives in Grant Miller for the go-ahead run on 1 hit. No errors and 1 runner left on base. We are headed to the 9th. The Rhythm need 1 to stay in the ball game, and 2 to take the lead. We'll take a break and be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Your home run deals from your hometown dealer. Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We've got Nashville's best selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, every new vehicle comes with Rhythm's exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles at no additional charge. We've got great deals on deck, so step up to the plate. Find your new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram at rhythmcdjr.com. Feel the rhythm, love the ride.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Top of the 9th we go. Rhythm trails 6-5. We'll send 2, 3, and 4 to the plate to face Gannon Wentz, right-hander from Kent State, who delivers a breaking pitch and misses down. Donald is 1 for 4. Swings and fouls that one straight back. AAA Auto Glass foul ball. Thanks for joining us on the Full Count Broadcast Network on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. I think we've had anybody send in an email. The drive out to center field. Will it hang up too long? It will, as Tanner Holland comes over and makes the catch. I assume we don't have any changes in the outfield. That is still Tanner Holland in center. I think that's still Grant Miller out in left and Mikey Scott in right. So a line out to center field to lead off the 9th inning, and Jacob Tobias steps in. Just a bit too high as that breaking pitch squeaks out of the hand of Gannon Wentz and goes off the brick wall behind home plate for ball 1. Tobias looking for his first hit of the ball game. Walked and scored in the 7th. He's 0 for 3. Frosted Luau player of the game yesterday, and he's looking to get a pitch to drive. Rhythm have a 3-run homer off the bat of Harrison Travis. Jacob Tobias looking to get his 3rd, and he will take a healthy cut, foul that one off the screen. On the 2-0 delivery by Gannon Wentz. He's walked 3 batters in his 1 1/3 innings of work. Got a 5-4-3 double play in the 8th that was huge to not allow the Rhythm to score as Tobias started to go and could not hold up, and he's now run to count 2 balls and 2 strikes with Harrison Travis on deck. Wentz delivers right there on the outside corner, and down goes Tobias on strikes. First strikeout of the ball game for Wentz, who's looking for his 3rd victory of the year and 4 decisions. He is the pitcher of record, as is J.D. Price. Now Harrison Travis time. Drove one out of here to right center field over the 362 sign. Marker out in right center. Can he do it again and tie this game up? First pitch is a slow slider in there that he takes. Not sure if he's looking to jerk something or if he's looking to go opposite way, but 0-1 pitch is another slider on the outside corner, maybe even a little farther out. If Wentz throws this anywhere near the plate, it'll be a big problem. 0-2 pitch coming. Swing and a miss, and Harrison Travis swung at a pitch even farther out, and the Aviators come back to defeat the Rhythm 6-5. As they get the late run in the bottom of the 5th. Cannon Wentz gets the victory. He moves to 3-1 on the season. J.D. Price takes the loss. He falls to 0-1. Rhythm fall to 6-13. And the Aviators get their 11th win in 20 games. They're 11-9. The Rhythm, a 2-game losing streak. Frosted Luau player of the game, going to be Harrison Travis with the 3-run home run, even though he did strike out 3 times. It's his birthday, folks. Harrison Travis is our Frosted Luau player of the game. Congratulations to Harrison. Happy birthday to you, young man. We will have our Full Count Ministries verse of the game. Let's see if we can find something out of the book of John we've been reading in. Let's go to John 16:33. That says, I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. We've had that one before, but it's the first one I got to here quickly. Nobody sent in a Full Count Ministries verse of the game. You find that in John 16:33. Will the Rhythm go down? A tight game here, 6-5. And a game that takes 2 hours and 57 minutes to complete here in Lafayette, Indiana. As game time temperature was 92 degrees, it has now cooled down to a breezy, balmy, come on. What does it say on this computer here? It does not say. There we go. Oh, that can't be right. 91 degrees. 84 degrees currently. I want to thank all of our sponsors: Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, AAA Auto Glass, Century Steel, the Roof Store, Chick-fil-A of Rivergate, Anchor Transportation, Framework Athletics, CrossFit Hendersonville, Dudac Communications, La Quinta Inn and Suites, Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation Repair. And thank you for all our program ad sponsors as well. Rhythm lose 2 on the road to the Lafayette Aviators. 7-3 in yesterday's game, 6-5 here in a well-contested ball game. Harrison Travis with a 3-run homer to tie the game in the 7th. Could not get the tying run in the 9th as the Rhythm finish with 8 hits, 5 runs, 8 hits. No errors by either squad in the ball game. Lafayette, there, I said it one more time. 6 runs on 4, 6, 7 hits. But head to DuBois County tomorrow to take on the Bombers, see if we can pull out a victory here on the road. And I want to thank my good friend Jim Mendez for listening in tonight from Greenfield, Indiana, near Indianapolis. He and his lovely wife. Great friends there for 8 years while we were in Tyler, Texas, and they have a great family. Love seeing them on Facebook and how they're enjoying retirement and enjoying their family. God bless you, Jim, and your entire family. Listen in again some other time down the road, and if you do, send me a Facebook post like you did tonight. For Josh Carmen, our general manager and head coach, this is Tim Reese saying God bless you and good night from Lafayette, Indiana. You've been listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
This has been another Full Count Rhythm baseball game presented by Full Count Ministry and Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. See you next time on the Full Count Broadcast Network.